Welcome back. Hey, we just discussed the Cards' upcoming football game at Notre Dame, but there's some other major matchups, big time, involving Commonwealth clubs, including Eastern Kentucky. Now, the Colonels won a huge game last weekend, coming from way behind to beat Murray State. The 43-36 thrilling win should be enough to put EKU in position to get an at-large bid into the 24-team FCS playoffs. Hey, Coach Dean Hood joining us from his office in chilly Richmond. Coach, congratulations on the win. Hey, probably a little nerve-wracking, though, on your end when you fell behind, in the first half, 27-7.
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking. We were behind 7-0, so it really got tight there when we were down 20. But our guys, they've done it before, and just shows the character of this team. I've said it from the beginning. I really like this team. They're just a close-knit unit of guys. They just they never give up, never panic. And, we at no point in time did we start pointing the finger and blaming and getting all upset. The guys went in, halftime coaches, really wasn't a whole lot of adjustments. One of the things I told the kids at halftime, biggest adjustment we got to make is, tighten up our chin straps because, we're moving the ball. We're just, our own worst enemy right now. So, a lot of things went wrong, a lot of, scary things that usually add up to a disappointing loss, but our kids, hung in there, and coaches hung in there and rallied in the second half, and it was a huge win. We talked all week about this is this first round of the playoffs, because if we win, we advance, and if we don't, season's over. We got us a little vacation trip to Florida, but other than that, it's over. So the guys, had that mindset and finished the game strong, and now we're in position to be in the playoffs.
And we'll talk about the Gators in a second. So right now, sitting at 9-2 overall, 6-2 in a very tough OVC. And as you said, you think it's good enough to get an at-large bid into the 2014 playoff?
Yeah, I think no question. I mean, I would have been a lot more nervous had EIU beat Jacksonville, which was absolutely possible. They're a very good football team, and coming off, it's hard to play two good games in a row, especially when it's it has championship implications. So, there was no doubt in my mind that EIU could win that game, and it was a close game. But since Jacksonville won as the outright, winner, now we're the outright number 2. And with 9 wins and an FBS win over Miami, I just think it's a no-brainer that we're in.
All right, so now you're heading to the Swamp, taking on a Florida team that's been something of a soap opera, ups and downs. Their head coach, Will Muschamp, now officially leaving after the season. Even though Florida's lost 6 of its last 8 home games, I'm guessing it must be just exciting for your guys to play in one of the iconic stadiums in college football, the Swamp.
Yeah, I mean, it is just a great opportunity for our guys. Just, college football, to play at a venue like that is just incredible. And, we appreciate the University of Florida so much for, giving us that opportunity. There's a lot of teams not playing those games anymore, so we're really appreciative of the chance for our guys to go down and play in a big-time college football game.
All right, so let me ask you about that. Obviously, everybody wants to win every game. That's a given. But in games like this, when you have a smaller school traveling to one of the big BCS squads, or I guess I should say FBS squads, are you almost playing with house money? I mean, if you lose, it's sort of expected given the sheer numbers on both teams. If you pull off the upset like Georgia Southern did last year in Gainesville, it's just a huge boost to the entire program.
There's no doubt that you play these games because it helps your program financially, and you play these games because it helps you in recruiting. That's a huge reason. We signed up for the Florida game because you're recruiting Florida kids, and they see on your schedule that you're playing the Florida Gators, so that's a heck of an advantage. But you also play the game for that opportunity, as small as it may be when you look around all the games mathematically. But you play that game so that you can be that, that Georgia Southern versus Florida. You can be the Appalachian State versus Michigan. You can be the James Madison versus Virginia Tech. I mean, you play for that opportunity to have that chance. And we talk about it every year. There's not a team on our schedule that can't beat us, and there's not a team on our schedule that we can't beat. So, we're going to prepare just like we do every other week to go down and win the game, and that it's about the process. It's not about we're going to be all fired up because we're down at Florida or any of the other things that other people talk about that factor into it. It's just going to be a matter of our mindset and our preparation, and do we execute on Saturday.
Well, Coach, do us all a favor, all right? Just make sure you stay healthy so that big picture, you'll be at full strength when the FCS playoffs get started.
Absolutely.
All right, Saturday's game is at noon. It can be seen on the SEC Network, which is either channel 517 or 518 on Time Warner Cable. Coach, good luck in the swamp, and I hope you and the players enjoy the experience.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Speaking of SEC teams, the Kentucky Wildcats have the week off to reflect and regroup. Last weekend's 50-16 blowout loss at Tennessee was UK's 5th straight defeat. The Cats, who started at 5-1, are now 5-6 and will have to beat arch rival Louisville a week from Saturday to be bowl eligible. And by the way, the kickoff for that game has not been decided, and it won't be until Sunday. The Hilltoppers have gotten hot. Saturday at noon, they go for their 3rd straight win, 4th of 5 games, when they host Texas San Antonio. Now, a win would also be the squad's 6th, meaning WKU would be bowl eligible. It's also Senior Day, the final home game of the 2014 season.
Seniors mean a ton. They've done a tremendous job. They've had a lot of success here. They've definitely helped build this program. So to send them out with a victory would mean a whole lot. I think that they've invested a lot. It's important for them to win. It's important for them to finish on a high note. So it's really our job as a staff and the rest of the team to go out with a home win. And this is a tough football team to go out with a home win against. They're very, very experienced and good on defense.
Yeah, it'll be extra motivation because, right now there's no excuses to make. We got to win this next one, and it's do or die at this point. And so I feel like that's enough motivation for everybody. Everyone feels good about this streak, especially with us winning back-to-back games for the first time this season. We're trying to close out this season at home with a W.
And again, that game is Saturday at noon, and it can be seen on Fox Sports Net Ohio. All right, that'll do it. Thanks to Dexter Heyman and Dean Hood for being on the show. If you missed any part of our broadcast or you want to review something, you can always see clips on myCN2.com or watch CN2 Sports anytime on demand. Just click under the local tab. And, of course, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for joining us. See ya.